A beautiful story about reincarnation. Several hundred years ago, followers, husband and wife, of the Baal Shem Tov, the founder of the Hasidic movement, Rabbi Israel Baal Shem Tov, they came to him year after year, pleading with him for a blessing for children. He would never respond to their request. One year, they said, Rebbe, we're not leaving until you give us the blessing. And so he gave them the blessing. A year later, a baby boy was born to them. 3 years later, that child got sick and passed away. Distraught, full of despair, feeling, what did they do wrong? They came to the Baal Shem Tov and asked him, what did we do wrong? Please sit down, said the Baal Shem Tov. You did nothing wrong. Let me tell you a story. Many years ago in this region, there was a squire that was childless. And his mentors and teachers told him, well, put a decree against the Jews, and if they don't pray to their God, and you have a child, then you'll banish them from the land. And so he did. Although he was good with the Jews, figured this way, he'll get a child. The Jewish community got together in the region. They prayed, and lo and behold, a child was born to the squire. That child grew up with the best of everything, the best with teachers, and at one point, far outpacing all the teachers in the teen years, looking far and wide for a very good mentor and a teacher. He found someone. The teacher said, I'll teach your son on condition that 2 hours a day, you don't bother me, I have free time. The young student got very attached to his teacher and was curious, what is he doing for 2 hours? He snuck into his room and observed that he was praying with talis and tefillin. He was a Jew. He didn't know that, and definitely the squire didn't know that. He revealed himself to his teacher, and he got distraught, the teacher, and said, we made an agreement. It says, please, I won't tell my father, but teach me Judaism. And so he taught him Judaism for a year and a half, where he became so enthralled with Jewish teachings, he said, I want to become Jewish. He says, oh, that will be a terrible thing for our community here because your father would not take kindly to it. He says, I will go off to a far land, whatever it takes. I'll go on a mission for my father, and there I'll convert and become Jewish. And so it happened that he went off to a far land, met up with another mentor who taught, and he became a Jew and became a very righteous Jew. When his time came up, after his time in this world, he said he led a beautiful, perfect life, except the first few years of his life were in a very unhealthy, very uncouth life. And therefore it was decreed that everything he had done was impeccable, except he needed to be born to a Jewish mother and to be raised in a Jewish environment for a few years. And that would be sufficient for the soul. And that's all it needed. When you came to me, said the Baal Shem Tov to the couple, all these years, I knew that this is the child that you're going to have. I didn't want to take it upon myself to give you this child. But once you forced me, gave me no choice, then this is a child that was born to you. Did you do anything wrong? Absolutely not. This child needed to be born into this world and to be brought up in such a beautiful environment that you gave. And that's all that was necessary. And then finished its mission, went back to its maker.